Uh, you know what it is. Aries North Node. Tonight, here's the show. Episode 147. Where's the dough? Give me the green. You know what I mean. Scorpio Ascendant, jumping on the scene. Yes, that's for me, but it's the chart too. Libra South Node. So what should we do? Separate, break up relationships, business partners. Maybe they gotta go. Independence. You're soaring and exploring. The moon and sun in the flooring, both from Cancer. Who's your private dancer? July 17th, maybe they'll be romancing. Will we see some wars? Lyrically, I'm coming just like the mighty Thor. You want some more? With a jaw. My name is E, of course, I spit it raw. I saw flying so high, the ninth house, the sun and moon in July. It's right after the new moon, making you reflect back to June 18 years ago, 2005. What were you doing? Would you dare strive? Yeah, I was teaching and I was preaching. Don't you understand? Taking care of mom, seeking, trying to find some sort of truth. Superman, the chip tooth. I come from the booth and I spit crazy bars, colossal hip hop rhymes just cause I'm raw. Yeah, man, you said my name incomplete, style so unique, and I got the technique, the lyrical iron freak off the top rope. I want you to know tonight is no joke. Oh, New York. That was fun. What's up, y'all? Listen, this is because I'm starving and hungry. Wifey's making dinner. She'll hopefully join me soon. I can't eat till after the show. And I'm just like, whoa. I was just like, you know what? I got to do a show tonight. And I was like, I got a guest coming up, Marie Lucinda, on Wednesday the 12th, the Christed Bride. And she does a lot of subconscious work and grief healing and trauma. You'll see. She's amazing. And then next week, I think Friday, I'm going to do something special. So you know how I've been doing the celebrity birth charts. So what I want to do is I want to backtrack and come on live talking about Marilyn Monroe and her chart, but get the live interaction and questions with you guys. And, because just to do these celebrity birth charts, there's so much information and research, but, you can't research it all, the stuff you miss. And so I think being able to backtrack, and I may do this with others, but I just want to test it, see how you guys like it, and talk about her chart live and really get into some nooks and crannies. I think it'll be kind of fun, where I can kind of continue from the chart reading. So you guys let me know what you think about that. So hopefully you'll join me next week, probably next Friday, maybe Saturday, but that'll be for episode 149. Marie Lucinda's 148, and tonight is 147. How did you guys do with that 777 portal? It was my aunt in heaven's birthday. R.I.P. Bye. Miss you. Love you. What were you guys doing in 2005? I will say it came in, I think, December 27th, 2004, but it was really 25 and 26, the Aries North Node. Okay. And hello to you guys in the chat. I know that for some of you, you're having the nodal return. I know a couple of folks that have it. I've got some friends that have it, some clients. I think Hope has it. My friend, Toy Taylor, who twists the locks. The toy box, creative toy box, she's got it. Drake, Wiz Khalifa, Mariah Carey, folks like that. There's so many. I just can't remember all the names. But I linked it down below in the description, my Aries North Node video. So let's kind of just set it up. I'll get to the chart in a little bit, and I'm going to get to you guys in the chat soon. Hello to everybody. Knowledge is love. Eric Taylor, Biggie Astrology. So just some announcements. Put up the video today. Coffee Talk. Hello. I'll send out the mass email next Saturday, a week before, but I put up a video and I really want you to come. It's so much fun, but we will be looking at 2 Coffee Talk members' birth charts as a group, as a collective. But in the beginning of the class, I'm going to just teach a brief but informative, but really teaching a lesson on how you attack a birth chart. Like, how do you read it? What are the key signs? Where do you go? What do you look for? And sometimes it's driven by the questions of the client, but they are like rules and schools of thought. And every astrologer has their system and their technique and their way. So I'll show you mine as a Western tropical astrologer using the whole sign system. I use principles of Vedic, principles of evolutionary astrology, and I'm really just about, Scorpio rising, Virgo, Mars, Mercury, Sun, Lilith, getting to the truth for you guys, because that's what it's all about. So this is July 17th to January 11th, as you heard in the freestyle off the top of the hizzy, where E Complete gets busy. Have your crystals, definitely important. And so it's at 4:59 p.m. Eastern, 1:59 p.m. Pacific on July 17th, just about 2 hours after the Cancer new moon. So I'll be uploading that video this week, and that's on the 17th. So we got a lot coming up. But this is one of the big major events in astrology in 2023, right? The Venus retrograde, Pluto to Aquarius, the retrograde back, the nodal shift. This is a big, big, big energy. Because the North Node, Rahu, in the Vedic astrology, the dragon's head, is like purpose, destiny, mission, illusion, obsession. Rahu is why we have skyscrapers and the internet and technology and this and that. It's always going after the next new thing. So you could think of it that way when it's in your sign or chart, and obviously Taurus, but now going to Aries, right? So it's been changing and consuming the farmlands in America and the world. I'm just focused on America because I'm an American, but the world, right? We had that stuff in Amsterdam with the farmers. Everything's been blowing up. Our food supply is challenged here, not by accident. And our values, our money, currency, right? So you saw that with the Taurus North Node. And then you had the Scorpio South Node, right? The possessions, other people's money, emotions, power, control, and sex that you need to purge, release, surrender. Right. So when we go to the Aries North Node and the Libra South Node, you're going to see such a big shift because the focus is going to be on independence, assertive, aggressive, initiating energy with the Aries North Node, impulsive, right? Leader, take charge. That's the Aries energy, right? The child genius, the pioneer maverick. Very direct and direct. I made up a new word, direct and direct, because I'm from Iraq. Clack, clack, clack. My better half just walked in. She got the nerve to laugh at me when I'm tongue twisted, because I told them why I'm tongue twisted, because I'm freaking starving.
You got a bowl of food here.
I can't eat live.
I mean, would you guys get mad?
No, stop. Don't, I can't eat live.
Who wants to see Eric eat?
Oh, God. No. Come say hi. So read the comments.
What you doing? Okay. Hello, Hope. Hope says hello. Evelyn, how are you, my friend? You guys, okay, let me just tell you something.
I know, Evelyn
Little
is.
segue on my girl, Evelyn.
While she talks,
Evelyn,
you
you guys might not know this because Evelyn's real low key, but she has an Etsy store and has access to some very powerful, amazing crystals and stones and everything. And I had wanted some molinite. Molinite? Yes. Moldavite. Sorry, I knew I was close. See, he's tongue twisted, so am I. We're the whatever we are. Anyways,
the tongue twisted tailors.
Tongue twisted tailors. So Evelyn suggested Libyan glass, and she sent me 6 of the most beautiful
That's
stones.
amazing.
I was gonna wait, and I am gonna wrap them. So I've been like looking, and I'm looking at this 14 karat gold wire wrap stuff, and I'm gonna wrap them. And when I do, I'm gonna bring them back and show them to you. And in addition to that, she sent me these beautiful crystals, quartz crystals. They're lovely, and she also sent me some kyanite, not the full brooms, but like kyanite kind of comes flared out like that. I don't know how many of you know that, but it was amazing. So when that package arrived, I had been yelling at my kids to clean up my house for hours. I mean, we were going back and forth. I was losing it. Okay, it happens. Bigly losing it on my
Mars, Lilith, 4th house.
I was really doubly upset because yesterday was the 777 portal. July 7th, 7/7, and then 2023, that's 7. Anyways, so I was really trying to focus on good things, and because I was like, I gotta make sure I get my heart right so that I'm manifesting the things that I want. I don't need to manifest children that make me crazy. I need to manifest things that make me happy. Anyways, long story short, her stones arrived, and I opened up that box, and the quartz crystals were on top, Evelyn. And I opened that up, and I immediately was like, oh, and I held them to my heart, and they felt so good.
The energy is amazing.
It was crazy amazing. I was just like, and I just sat there and breathed. I just breathed, holding them through the baggie on my heart and breathed for like 5 minutes. It felt so good. And then I got to the living in glass, and that was insane. The energy is so strong. So my point in telling you all this, and then the kyanite brooms, I still need to look at those. By that time, I was just like, okay, just keep all this bad energy away. That's more for like protection from outside stuff. Anyways, I'm going to be showing you what I make with these things, but I want Evelyn to put her Etsy store in there, because if you guys are in the mood to do anything like that, you have to check out what she has. And she's very, very good. She's very, very knowledgeable, and she's
the best.
Yeah.
Oh,
and she's got like the hookup. She knows like good people, because you know how like sometimes you can get those crystals and they're coming from who knows where, and they're really not good, or maybe even worse, there's synthetic lab grown things. That's not what you're gonna get if you go to my girl Evelyn. So Sharon,
finish reading the other comments so you come back.
She said, hi, Eric.
Hey, Sharon.
She said that she is an Aries North Node.
Oh, we're going to get into it, girl.
And she's a Leo.
All right. What's your rising sign? Give me your rising.
Okay, so let me get down here. Hope is feeling great.
Good. Aries. Hope is the Aries North Node.
Yes, she said that. Irene Mac, the Mac attack. What's going on, girl?
Hey, Irene.
Oh, God, I'm showing you my chest. Oh, my gosh, I've been cooking it. Anyways, what's up, people? The South Node will be conjuncting my Saturn, Pluto, and Libra 28 degrees. And her North Node is conjuncting her midheaven?
Midheaven,
yeah. Yeah, midheaven soon in Aries.
Who said this?
This is Irene.
Oh, come on, Irene. Irene, you better come to Coffee Code July 22nd, girl. We're going to chop it up. It's going to be great. You guys, 1 p.m. Eastern. So, okay, so you Aries North Node folks. So I started talking about that. Let me just go to the Libra South Node, and then we can get to the chart and stuff. Libra South Node. The South Node, K2, the dragon's tail, has no head. So it can't see. It has no direction. It's very spiritual and karmic. But like Mars, it cuts, separates, divides. Chop off your head. This can sever a lot of relationships, business relationships, things that are not spiritually aligned for you. It's time to say goodbye. You need to purge and detox them out of your life. So I'll maybe go through all the ascendants and all the houses with this tonight, but I want to just get on the chart and look at and show you guys the energy for the actual chart, because what's wild, it's like almost 2 hours after the Cancer new moon. And so on this chart, it's a Scorpio rising with the Cancer sun and moon in the 9th house. Yeah. So that's really wild. And yeah, so you know, that's kind of a really fascinating energy in itself. You know, she's gonna leave. She got her phone here and this and that, and so you know what I mean. So when you, just so you know, the new moon energy and the Aries North Node coming in, you know, at the same time, it's going to really basically give a cardinal initiating new energy. And because the sun and moon are in the 9th house, this is going to have people extremely emotional and protective of their beliefs, philosophies, wisdom, faith, higher learning. Okay. So understand this is, you know, and there are some little, you know, little doodads or whatever, just researching, you know, this is like a good time to buy your mother a gift, right? I have to credit the brilliant Vedic astrologer. He was saying, KRS, he was saying you can buy with this moon in the 9th house that you can buy your mother a pearl and it brings good energy, right? I'm not stealing anybody's info. I like to give the brother credit because he's brilliant. I think he might be one of the best astrologers that I've seen on YouTube. You know, KRS, Learn Astrology or whatever. So, but that's what he was saying with the Cancer moon for the Scorpio rising, that one of the remedies is, you know, giving your mother or buying your mother a pearl. But the focus is the North Node. And when it's in the 6th house, what's your 6th house? Work, service, co-workers, boss, conflicts, divorce, health, hygiene, daily routines, sickness and illness. And you have Aries there. A lot of astrologers have been predicting with this energy, oh, maybe we go to war and and you know, go back and think what was going on in 2005. I told you I was taking care of my mother. She just got brain cancer. And I was teaching in the Bronx, Lavelle School for the Blind. Shout out the BX, baby. And severely disabled children. And, you know, it was just a very intense time for my life. You know, you guys can share in the chat maybe what you were experiencing in 2005. Oh, and that was when we had, this was after Katrina, but it was that big tsunami in Japan. I think that happened the day of or the day before the node went into Aries and left Taurus. Yeah, that was huge. Really, really sad. But so when you're dealing with Aries in the 6th house, though, the North Node energy gives you this assertiveness to maybe start your own business. This is some of that, you know, back in 2005, that like influencer energy, you know. This is really, I mean, you could also interpret it every man for themselves, right? Man, woman, and child. But we're not thinking that way because we have to stay positive as a collective and understand that we can use this energy to what? Exercise and work out. Change your routines of how you eat and really go get it. Change your body. I've been increasing my weightlifting and working out lately, getting bigger and stronger, you know, trying to get all the abs back and everything. And I'm feeling good. But I do that with ice cold showers, with grounding in nature, bare feet. And sometimes if I don't do the bare feet, just the butt, and I put the palms down in the soil and the grass and the dirt. You know, I'm in the desert in Arizona. I don't really have no grass. I got dirt though. But you know, and always the spiritual discipline, right? I swear to you guys, I try my best. I'm not perfect, but it's about trying. I try to honor Saturn and Pisces. And I've been doing it hardcore for a while now, where at least 15 to 30 minutes a day, I try to get in some sort of spiritual practice, prayer, gratitude, self-love, right? Positive affirmations aligned with the 7 chakras, right? Not just I am, that's the root chakra. I feel, I understand, I receive, I speak, throat chakra, stuff like that. So wifey's back. You got a text. Let's read some more comments and then we can go to the Chizat
I mean, to the chart.
So.
Oh, wait. There may be a lot. So.
Yeah.
Okay.
Can I go back?
Okay.
Can I just do it?
Yeah.
Thank you. I'm down. Okay. So, let's see. Anyways, Evelyn knew I was going to feel good. Hope has Libyan glass as well. And
Evelyn, it was amazing.
Did you get Irene Mack?
Yeah.
Okay, I know. I just want to make sure. Yeah. He remembers everything. So I usually, once I say it, he's so good. But anyways, Mad Gaming says, what's up?
Mad Gaming?
And then Sharon is a Leo.
Yeah.
And her rising, that's her right. Leo is her rising sign. Sorry. Okay. And
so that Aries North Node, that's in your 9th house.
Oh.
Maybe you're going to go on a vacation or a trip or study and take some new classes. Maybe you're going to sign up and take one-on-one astrology classes with Big E Astrology, so you can learn astrology. Mm-hmm.
So, Irene, thank you so much. Irene sent us are they called super chats?
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Thanks, Irene.
Thank you. I really appreciate it. Mad Gaming said thanks for earlier today. It meant a lot to him.
Yeah, man.
He emailed us a response and I want to work on a graphic for you, Mad Gaming.
Yeah. He came back with another option for a name, so we'll talk about that. Yeah.
And I hope I had an idea for a name and I hope you like it, but I don't want to change your idea. Anyways, Sharon, her oldest daughter is an Aries and her youngest daughter is a Libra.
Oh, wow.
So how's the energy in their house?
Well, I mean, it depends on their rising signs, but in terms of their sun signs, the Aries daughter.
Wait, oh my God, did my mom a special gift?
Yeah. Oh, what she said? Who's that? Oh, yeah, this is a good time to get your mom.
She said I did a typo. I don't know. I'm not sure.
Okay, but it is a good time, like I was saying, to get your mother a gift. And this can be a time where you or your father can be extremely moody. You know, the Cancer, Sun and Moon on the new moon, like I said, it's initiating new beginnings. But this is, really talking about the nodes, and the focus is going to be on our work, on our career. What are we doing with our health, and also service? And so this isn't like service like join the military, which I wouldn't. But I would say this is definitely service for humanity, even adopting pets. Really, being of service to your fellow man, because we're going to need it. We've got a lot of intense energy till 2025. And a lot of people feel with Pluto and Aquarius. Remember when I did America's chart and Uranus and Gemini, that was the energy of the American Revolutionary War. So, the chart does show some stuff popping off around 2025. But we're going to stay in the 5D and stay positive, vibrating from true love with your heart chakra. And what you can use for the Aries North Node for your daughter, and this for everybody, is be inspired to be a leader. Take charge. Use that childhood genius energy, being the pioneer maverick. Aries ask questions later. They're not afraid to make mistakes. They just go and initiate. They're the ram. It's like blind, like worse vision than me. The Aries North Node just boom, right? So they're accident prone. And so they lead first with their head. But that's how sometimes in life you get things done. You got to take risks, baby. You got to go for it. You can't wait. You got to just jump in the pool. And who cares if it's cold? And then when you land or whatever, you jump in there and your butt's like, ow, and you're like, ooh, but then it warms up and you're good. That's Aries. Okay. And then the Libra South Node for your daughter has got the Libra sun sign. And for all you guys listening, it's really going to be a time of introspection and really checking on the relationship with self. Am I loving myself? Mm-hmm. How am I with the other half in partnership for relationships, for marriages, and for business partnerships? And am I shopping too much? Am I overspending? Am I too worried about what other people think? Right? This is what Libra South Node, people are going to have to embrace that energy. right? Am I being too passive aggressive? Am I being like, oh, I can't do anything by myself? You have got to release and purge any of those toxic behaviors that are not for you or for your highest or greatest good. All right. So let's you want to take another comment and then we'll go to charge? Go to the chart. Okay.
So Evelyn, her Saturn is on her ascendant. I don't know if there's something that you might want to say about that.
Your Saturn's on your ascendant? And this, you're talking about in transit?
And, her father passed in 2005.
Oh, 2005. Yeah, your father. I'm so sorry. 2005 was tough. That was the last time your North Node was in Aries.
Gaston Lagaffe.
Hey, Gaston.
Lagaffe.
Welcome.
My sister was born in
2005. Oh, God bless her.
And
so she'll be turning 18. She's having her nodal return. That's what's up.
Oh, Sharon's father passed 7 years ago.
Oh, 7 years ago. Okay.
Yeah. Wild West Virgo. I'm sorry about your mom in 2005. My brother-in-law was just diagnosed with brain cancer. I'm learning so much from you. Thank you. I'm reaching out this week for a personal chart reading.
Yeah, I look forward to meeting you. Well, for me, it was 2004, but in 2005, I was taking care of her, and it was a rough time. It was one of my
brain cancer
first surgery.
Such a wide array.
Yeah. Yeah, but let's go to the chart. Let's check it out.
Wait, just real quick, for Aquarius, Willow and Streams. Oh no, different person. I'm sorry. Was saying they're Aquarius Sun, Capricorn Rising.
Capricorn Rising, Aquarius Sun, the second house. Okay. Screen share, and we're looking for the Aries North Node.
Got it.
Yep. All right, you guys. So I'll do that for a second so you can see the whole shebang. And then what you need to look at, right? I mean, you see in that ninth house that sun and moon there, right? And so what's fascinating is that it is 1 degree off. So that tells you can see it better, that it's just 2 hours afterwards, approximately 2 hours, not going to be like exact. Sorry.
We're looking for that.
Yeah, those. So you see 26 and 25, okay? But what's important is that this chart is a Scorpio rising, and there you go, 29 degrees, leaving Taurus and entering Aries. But eventually it's going to hit this Chiron womb and Aries, and that is, going to be during the time, because I think the Chiron is in Aries until 2025. But more like the end. So what I will also say, you guys, this is an opportunity when you're dealing with sicknesses and illnesses and your overall health. Aries rules what? Upper jaw to the crown chakra, the head. It's psychology. This is a time for all of us as a collective to heal childhood wounds. And I do my Chiron chart service, right, for healing your Chiron wounds. It's only $30. It's really, really good. But understand, the Aries North Node is going to have you face that head on, right? As a collective in the house of health, sickness, and illness. And a lot of times, and I'm not saying this for myself or for you or anybody, but just for the collective, sometimes some of our sicknesses and illnesses can be really emotional and mental because we're holding on to traumas from our childhood in our physical body that we have to purge and detox and release. Okay. And right now, remember, we've got 8 days left. Continue to do the work. I've been trying to really do it every day to purge, release, and detox all of the hurt wounds from childhood and just the whole life with that Scorpio South Node. It's at 0 degrees right now.
8 days left until what?
Until we switch to the nodes on the 17th. So right now, the Scorpio South Node's at 0 degrees and the Taurus North Node is at 0 degrees. And so it's a very intense energy when we're at the 0 degree. 0 degree and 29 degrees are very intense, right? And so the energy is really strong and pure, right? For the Taurus North Node. So you're seeing a lot of stuff with money and banks and values and food, right? Even the hashtag New Earth with Uranus, air quality, still through the country, coming from Canada. Well, it's the same thing. And then even what? The values, the rioting. What are we up to? Day 4, day 5 in France. They don't show it on the media here, but it's intense. You know, you could see videos online. It's no joke what's going on right now. And there's this 0-degree energy that is going to give us the fuel for this transition at the same time, just about 2 hours apart, with the Cancer new moon. So like I said, Aries is a cardinal fire sign, right? It's initiating the spring equinox, but right now it's initiating this cycle to January 11th, 2025 in the 6th house, right? And you have to also look for the Scorpio rising. You're going to have the part of fortune here. So this speaks to what? The Aries North Node, I am energy, independence. The part of fortune, this is for this whole time to January 11th, 2025, part of fortune, financial, spiritual blessings in the 1st house of I am. It's on you. You've got to initiate the money. You've got to initiate the health. You've got to initiate the better life. This is going to take away the victim mentality of Neptune and Pisces that we've all been seeing and dealing with for the last little bit, right? You see, Saturn is still in its retrograde. That's till November 4th. And Neptune is still going to be in retrograde. I forgot the date on that. But when you see this chart, you have to not just look at the Aries North Node and Libra South Node. You look at the whole chart's energy to tell you the story of this nodal experience, okay? And so I think you should be excited when you know that it's on me to heal my body and my health. It's on me to give service, on me to take care of my pets, maybe adopt a pet. It's on me to increase my salary and work hard, right? I am part of fortune, Scorpio Ascendant, right? It's on you. And your emotional intensity and energy, right? You speaking the truth. Scorpio risings are truth speakers and truth seekers. That's why my second album, even though I didn't know it, is Truth Speaker. Because I'm a Scorpio rising. Okay.
Will I be messing you up if I expand on that I am part?
No, go ahead.
Well, I just want people to know as you're doing this, because I've been doing a lot of self-healing and a lot of self-work lately.
Oh, you're going to do your chakra? Yeah. Okay,
but
good.
I want people to understand. So the I am, which is your root chakra,
Yeah.
if you want to expand upon those things, you want to bring it up your entire chakra system, right? So I feel is your sacral. I do is your solar plexus. I love is your heart. I speak is your throat. I see is your third eye. And I understand is your crown. So I'll just read you from my big old book. I had somebody give me this huge book, which is so cool. Anyways, I write stuff in here, and I am a powerful expression of love, striving for Christ consciousness. I feel bathed in gratitude for my life, which is only getting better and better every day. I do what I love, creating beauty and joy everywhere I go. I love my family and community as we love our numbers and power grow exponentially. And that's all of us right here. I speak powerful words of wisdom and love that move the world around me. I see beauty and humanity all around me. I understand my power and ability to shape my reality. So I just want to give you guys a real example.
That's beautiful. And I love, because I don't know if you mentioned it when you went through, I love is the heart chakra.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah,
that is the heart.
Yeah.
But anyways, so that's kind of how you apply it. And so I've been really trying to, and I encourage all of you to really try and move those I am statements through your entire existence, because when you start adding the I feel, I do, and all of that, it gives it life. And so often when I would just do my I am statements, it felt good, but it didn't do much more than just uplift me in the morning. These give me ways to bring it into my daily life.
And it aligns your chakras and your whole body. Right. And you can feel those energies in those parts of your body, from the root to the solar plexus, to the sacral, to the heart, to the, crown to the throat, to the throat to the crown and third eye, all that. So the chart ruler, though, Mars is in Virgo, right? Now we're going to go July 10th, Pallas Athena and Mars. So she's the positive goddess of like strife and how you resolve problems and dilemmas, and can show issues with the father. Mars is brothers and boyfriends, willpower, drive, energy, action, sex drive, property, real estate, blood, war, right? Mars in Virgo. So they're both moving into the feminine energy of Virgo, the mutable earth sign. So this is what, you start off looking at the chart ruler, Scorpio. So 11th house, this is the groups, the organizations, the politician, the internet, astrology. Mars in Virgo, that's my placement, right? So it literally describes like, sports radio. I used to do a sports radio show. But it's also, when Mars is in the 11th house, it's great for networking and logically, analytically initiating groups, right? So I decided to initiate my astrology group over the internet, I can't talk today, Astrological Coffee Talk with Eric. So that's where you can see this Mars, right? So I'll be having my Mars return for this chart. So as a collective, this is really where you could, sometimes maybe get into some arguments with your older siblings, right? For this Aries North Node. But at the same time, it can also show where you are initiating communications and really making these connections or being of service to people over the internet. For me, it will be through the lens of astrology. But for you, it can be philanthropic work, nonprofit, maybe having a stepchild, maybe connecting with your older sibling, building, doing some real estate, some investing. This is definitely like an energy also of groups protesting different things at this time. This is just July 17th, so this is right around the corner. But this chart takes you to January 11, 2025. And we'll get back to the chat soon so I can see any questions and comments, and you guys can write them now. We just can't see the chat, or you can hold them for when we come back to the chat. But notice the midheaven, right, in Leo. And obviously you're still having the Venus. You see where it's getting to? And it's right before July 22nd, right, when it goes retrograde, okay, on the first day of Leo. And you're going to have the conjunction. Lilith will be over here. I think I showed that chart in Coffee Talk, or I haven't done it on here, but or actually maybe I did, yeah, when I did the Venus episode. So, we're going to see these energies, but when you've got Venus and Lilith in the 10th house and our friend Mercury here, right, you're going to feel for this Aries North Node energy. That Aries North Node is in a trine to Venus. So this is also speaking to a positive energy for making money in public for your workplace or career, right? With your assertive energy, you initiate it from the house of work and daily routine to the house of public image, legacy, and career, right? That Venus North Node trine is really positive. So this can be for building the right relationships in public, for connecting with people, but you've got to do it. No one's going to do anything for you. You take charge, you initiate, you start the t-shirt business, you start the jewelry business, you start whatever, right? And then you reach out to me for the business birth chart, right? That's that Mars 11th house Virgo, right? But I want you to see that. So this is really positive, I think, energy for this chart. And Leo Mercury, this is communicating as the creative authority, right? From your heart chakra, right? I love connecting with people for business. I love networking and meeting with the right groups of people. That's the Aries North Node, and how you're looking at it here in this chart. We talked about the sun and the moon. This is definitely a moody energy, but people being really emotionally attached to their beliefs, to their religion, to their faith, to their ideologies, to their philosophies. This Aries North Node is right after that new moon, new beginnings, but it can also be the impetus for new beliefs, new thoughts, but Cancer itself, just like America is a Cancer sign, Cancer is a pretty conservative sign, right? It's emotional, and Juno's here, but it's very slow to trust. It's the hard outer shell because it's so soft and mushy and sensitive on the inside, right? So Cancers are keeping their cards to the best. They're family tight, they're home, they're slow to trust you. They're moody, they're sensitive, really funny and very, very intuitive, kind people. But that's just this energy, and like I said, that and I give shout out to the Vedic astrologer KRS, but he talked about the father liking milk and the mother getting her a pearl necklace or bracelet, just like one pearl, because pearls are expensive, and then when you look at this 8th house, well, it just got the Vesta here and the vertex, but there's definitely this energy of Vesta is like that eternal flame, the twin flame energy. Right. And we're dealing with it in terms of Gemini. So this can be talking about the occult knowledge, sharing, communicating, or really investigating the truth, or really focusing on your financials, right? Making sure that you're, taking care of that. I think what's fascinating is obviously, dealing with the North Node just leaving Taurus, but we're still getting ready for this Jupiter-Uranus conjunction. Okay. Which is going to be, coming up this year and a few months from now, more in the fall, because Uranus is going to go retrograde. And, when you have this in the 7th house, this is definitely sometimes talking about, for this chart, separation or spiritual awakenings for marriages. Maybe for women, meeting their husband if you're single, Jupiter's there. Right? But this can also be a sudden increase in your wealth, in your finances, Jupiter's finance. 7th house is contracts, negotiations, business partnerships, also relationships and marriage. Okay. So this can be fruitful also for your second child. 7th house indicates fame as well. This is like the kitchen in your home. So for me as a Scorpio rising, this is why my wife, the Taurus rising, is such a great cook. Because the 7th house is the kitchen. You can't make this stuff up. God is good. Right? So I was destined to marry a woman that's a good cook. But, overall, I think this is, so let me get to this Libra South Node. We got to talk about it, the 12th house, right? So you see it's here. Spike is here. And the Goddess of Harvest series just went into Libra maybe about a couple of weeks ago. Having the South Node in the 12th house, you guys, when you're dealing with the hidden talents, hidden enemies, bed pleasures for sleeping, for sex, subconscious, unconscious mind, fantasies, dreams, isolation, foreign lands for import, export, moving, jails, hospitals, prisons, ashrams, monasteries, unseen nebulous energy, house of confusion. The Libra South Node, right, that K2 energy at the critical degree, there are a lot of things, especially with Ceres, the goddess of harvest, which you nurture and care for, but also food. A lot of us do unhealthy eating alone in our bedrooms, watching TV at night, watching YouTube videos, just snacking and eating and eating and eating. Libra rules kidneys and pancreas, blood sugar. Let's not get into overeating and snacking and binging because we're seeing chaos in the world and we're watching the social media or the television. Make sure that you have healthy boundaries, Saturn, Pisces, 5th house, for your health. This Aries North Node in the 6th house is wanting you to take charge and initiate healthy practices, right? And put in that work. Aries is up at 4 a.m. and they're working. My father was up and out the house every day, working like 4 a.m. to 7. Aries don't play. They're here to get it. And this Libra South Node, maybe you're in a relationship with somebody and maybe you're sleeping with the enemy. I'm just saying. South Node, 29 degrees, Libra, 12th house. You got to consider. And with this chart, it's speaking as the collective, and I'm not knocking Libras, but Libra Sun, Moon, Rising could be the hidden enemy. Okay. But what you have to understand is it's asking you also to tap into the subconscious mind, to the collective energy, and make sure that you are reprogramming and unlearning. Release the childhood traumas, right? If I work with you as my client, I take you through that process. And this is the energy with the South Node. And from July 17th to January 11, 2025, to really release and purge unhealthy connections, friendships, relationships, marriages that are not for your highest and greatest good. Okay? And so that's what's going to be happening. Can the divorce rate increase at this time? Unfortunately, yeah. But there can also be, with this spiritual energy, there can be spiritual marriages that come to head as well, right? If you are an Aries Ascendant, you'll have the Libra in the 7th house, the South Node. Yes, the South Node can separate and cut and divide, but it also can bring in the spiritual connection, or you could even say like a past life connection that you were destined to meet, right? So, real quick, since we have the chart, and you guys, I know you may have questions, we'll get there, but let me just go around. So you see this with the Scorpio rising, right? We'll just go around. If you're the Libra rising, right? So you're going to have it in the 1st and 7th house. So there is going to be a separation of ego for Libra risings, your I am energy. You're going to have to learn to connect and build with others and initiate it yourself. Initiate with other half for business and partnerships and contracts. Okay. For the Virgo risings, right? That Aries is going to be in your 8th house. Okay. And the Libra 2nd house, 2-8 access. This is going to be for Virgo risings, right? We have a sun with that. It's going to be about money, values, right? It's going to be about kind of maybe even purging and releasing things, about the food you're eating. Maybe it will get you to really focus on what is it that you're eating? How are you going to make your money? That North Node in 8th house, there may be that focus on how you connect with others in terms of intimacy. And intimacy, you guys, it's not just always sex in 8th house. 5th house is dating, romance, fun, sex. The 8th house is the intimacy. It's sex as well, but it's after the marriage, right? But there can be intimacy with investigation and research for plant medicine, ancient oils like doTERRA. Deciding, Virgo risings may decide, I'm going to finally reach out to Eric's wife, Sabale Pure, and get me some organic and vegan body and skincare, right? Virgo rising about health. That's the time to do it, starting July 17th. Okay, the Leo rising. You like how I threw that in there, right? I'm smooth. So the Leo rising, right? You're going to have the 3rd house of the Libra and the 9th house of Aries. So there may be a new class you take, Leo risings. There may be some hard conversations you have to have with your siblings, cousins, your neighbor, and by the way, this chart definitely talks about, having arguments with your neighbor that live on the right side of you. So just watch out for that coming up for this, 18-month cycle. But, this can be a pull for you to go on vacations, study abroad, take a new class. Maybe your kid is going away for college, Leo risings, okay? And maybe you have got to really start to focus on, in social media, Leo risings, that you are being more spiritual and more mindful of who you follow and connect, right? Unfollow those people that are toxic or energy vampires. So the Cancer rising, right? So now we're getting to the 4th, 10th house access, right? So the Aries North Node in the 10th house. Cancer risings, go in there and ask for your raise. Go in there and initiate a promotion. Go in there and show them you're the best worker they've ever had. Or decide what is it that you're going to change or do in the workplace environment or for your career, and build and start your new legacy in this 18-month cycle, right? And this may separate you from home. Maybe you spend less time at home, or maybe you decide to make your home, Cancer risings, a spiritual sanctuary that is just like your spiritual place. Okay. I mean, that can, or maybe you do some new designing or interior decorating at this time. Okay. Now, the Gemini risings. So now we're getting to the 11th house and the 5th house, right? So the Gemini risings, you got that Aries North Node in the 11th house. Maybe you decide you're going to take an astrology class. Maybe you decide you want to become a professional astrologer. Maybe you join or start your own nonprofit, or you start building a better relationship with your social network and groups or your older siblings, and maybe you get an unexpected pregnancy, or maybe you break up with your boyfriend, or maybe you decide, you know what, it's time for me to start my spiritual business. I'm going to start something on Shopify, eBay, Etsy, that Libra South Node in the 5th house. Maybe you're like, gosh, I've always wanted to do, and it's been in your heart. Or maybe you have a vision of some past life energy of a gift or talent that you've had, and you're like, you know what? I want to be a relationship coach. I want to be an event planner. I want to be an interior designer or decorator. That's the Libra South Node in the 5th house, Gemini risings. Okay. So Taurus, right? So the Taurus ascendant, well, you've got the Aries North Node in the 12th house. This is the time to get in to your subconscious and unconscious mind and heal the programming from your childhood wounds, right? You've got to initiate the right routines for sleep. Maybe you change something in your sleep routine or in your bed pleasures with your partner, Aries North Node. The Libra South Node, maybe you're like, wait a minute, I'm not doing this health thing right. I work out, I exercise, but I'm not eating the way that I should. So maybe you change the way you eat. Maybe you feel a pull to be like, you know what? It's always been on my heart. I should adopt a stray dog or pick up a lost cat or something like that. Okay. Libra South Node, 6th house. And it's also could be a good time for healing, some sickness or illness for Taurus risings that they've had or something like that, but this could also separate them from the work. They're like, my boss and my coworkers are freaking haters and they're toxic. Deuces, I'm out. Okay. Now, Aries rising, we talked about you, but just break it down a little bit more. It's on you, Aries. The I am energy, 1st house. You've got to initiate. You got to go conquer the world. Go get the big piece of chicken. Go get the buffalo and the bison and bring it home. Be like, look what daddy caught. Look what mama caught. Like, go get it. January 11, 2025, you should be a whole new person, Aries rising. And if you're not in the right relationship, it could end. Or the wrong business partner, it could end. But it may be time that you open up your heart for finding a spiritual relationship and connection. And maybe with that North Node energy, the big focus for you, Aries rising, is to focus on increasing your self-love. Who am I? Ask that question. Okay. Pisces rising. Well, you got the Aries, right? North Node in your 2nd house, right? Opportunities for work. Maybe you're like, you know what? I've got to say some tough conversations, speech, family. You may need to initiate some things with your family that are going to be a little hard. I don't like how you guys have been treating me. You treat my brother and sister differently and you don't respect me, right? Maybe you're like, wait a minute, I'm overspending my money. I've got to redo my bank book. I've got to change and invest more. Save for the rainy days. Save for when they turn off the internet in 2025, 26, whatever it is. You know what I mean? Aries North, Pisces North Node, you've got to, think about these things. The Libra South Node, 8th house, you could suddenly get an inheritance, You may, all of a sudden just like curse out your in-laws, Pisces rising, You could definitely maybe get an inheritance, or maybe you decide to start investigating crystals and gems for the EMF protectors in your home, or really getting into the plant medicine and getting your sea moss and spirulina and ashwagandha and burdock root, stuff like that. Okay. Or, maybe you're like, you know what? I got to stop hooking up and sleeping with like random Libras all over the place. Libra, sun, moon, rising, right? 8th house of people who could be sexually attracted to you. So, maybe it's something like that, Pisces risings. But, at the same time, with the Saturn and on your ascendant, it's really going to always be about spiritual discipline for you. So maybe it's time for you to really explore the occult knowledge, learn about human design, learn about my new birth chart service I'll be announcing in a week or two, right? For the unconscious soul birth chart. Everybody's got a birth chart reading with me. You want to get this one. This is going to be a new one. All right. So we'll be announcing that officially soon.
That's the one you've been working on?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's good.
It's going to be deep. Deep. And it's connected through human design. Okay. Aquarius risings. So Aquarius risings, you have the Aries in your 3rd house, communications, right? And the Libra in the 9th house. So Aries risings, maybe you decide you want to be a firefighter, a police officer. Maybe you're going to, be a social media influencer. And you're like, I'm starting my business. I'm great at graphic design and my skills and this and that. I'm going to start my own little side hustle on Fiverr, or what is it? Upwork or whatever it is.
Mm-hmm.
Aquarius risings, you're brilliant, you're genius. Pluto won't be there yet. It's going to still be in your 12th house, but maybe this Aries North Node is making you, really focus on things in your local community, initiating things, taking charge, getting your siblings and cousins in order and be like, listen, y'all got to believe me. We got to start, I know you don't like astrology, but just give me your information. Or you'd be like, you know what? I'm going to get your birth chart done for you. Aries North Node, 3rd house, it's really being athletic and competitive and really communicating directly, right? The 9th house, this could be deciding, Aquarius rising, that your beliefs are no longer connected to your father's teachings. That, maybe Aquarius risings, I hate to say this, if any parents got kids at Aquarius risings, maybe you're like, you know what? I don't care. I don't want a master's. I don't want a PhD. I want to go travel and I want to go study and learn by world experiences. I want to go to Egypt. I want to go to Turkey. I want to go to Germany and Greece. I want to explore the world. I want to go to Costa Rica. Aquarius risings, that could be your path. And you may also kind of just release and surrender any dogmatic beliefs you have and change and be like, you know what? I've got to find what's right for me. I want to be a born-again Christian. I want to be a Buddhist. I want to be, into spirituality. I want to study occult knowledge, metaphysics, whatever it is. But Aquarius risings, you can go through that kind of karmic change, that what's really feeling right to your, your heart and soul. And now the Capricorn risings, right? These cardinal signs, it's going to affect you cardinal signs, the most, right? Because it's the Aries, Cancer, Libra, Capricorn. Well, Capricorn risings, you're going to have this in your 4th and 10th house access. So the Aries North Node in the 4th house, Capricorn risings, you might be like, you know what? I'm working from home. I'm working from home. I'm going to start my own business from home. I'm going to do some construction on my home. You may even, because Aries is, is like Gemini about movement. You'd be like, you know what? I'm leaving my homeland. I'm leaving my home state. I'm leaving Dallas and I'm moving to Cincinnati. I always want to move to Cincinnati. I don't know why. I'm just saying that. Pittsburgh. Oh, I'm going to Brazil. I'm going to meet the ghost of Pele. Whatever it is. But for the 10th house, the Libra South Node, you know, this could be where maybe you decide that you're not really rocking with your dad anymore, or that you've got to have that hard conversation like, Dad, you've always verbally abused me. We got to have this tough conversation. Either you treat me with respect, or you're no longer going to be in my life and you can't see your grandkids. Yeah, that could happen. Capricorn risings, you have got to have the tough conversation with your father. And your public image and your legacy, you're going to realize that you want it to be something that's true and authentic. Nothing materialistic, nothing fake. You want it to be something that is really from your highest good, something spiritual, that you are going to show people the love and light in your heart when you're out in public. And it's going to change your reputation and your legacy. Sagittarius rising. Oh, man. You know, you're going to have this Libra South Node in your 11th house and Aries North Node in your 5th house. So this may be you, Sag risings, maybe a new boyfriend. Maybe you finally have children. Maybe you start your own business. You know, the Libra South Node 11th house, maybe you're like, you know what? I'm not messing with these fake friends anymore. I'm not dealing with these people. You know, I'm only going to find spiritual connections over the internet, or I'm only going to connect with people that are really lifting me up in partnerships or in relationships. I'm not going to deal with any foolishness anymore. Okay. So I know I gave you a mouthful. Let's get to the chat, but I wanted to do that. I've never done that where I've gone through all the ascendants live like this. So I figured, why not tonight? You know, it's the perfect time. So let's go back to the thing.
Stop sharing.
Right. Then you got to go to restream.
Oh.
And then go back to that page.
I'm so sorry.
That's okay. There we go.
go.
All righty, guys. So let's get to the chat.
Oh my goodness.
I know I said a lot.
There's a lot there. Okay. And
we'll get to you guys.
Oracle Deborah is
Hey,
here.
Oracle Deborah. Nice to meet you.
And Germ, the mad guy.
Oh, Germ, I met you. Yeah. What's up, Germ?
How will Aries North Node help in my second house? Did you hit that?
I just did hit that. Aries North Node for the Pisces rising.
There's a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
Let's see. Ho, my Aries. Hi, Ho. My Aries is in North Node in the 11th house.
Yeah.
And then Sharon, 22 degrees, 9 degrees.
9 minutes, yeah.
9 minutes, sorry. Oh, sorry. 22 hours.
Yeah.
I'm confused.
No, it's 22 degrees and then it's like inches.
Oh.
But it's like, 59. It goes up to 59 and then it goes to the next degree.
Okay. And 7, the colon. After that.
Okay. 7th house.
Oh, 7th house. Sorry. Hope said, I'm ahead of the game. I purged my social media pages.
Okay.
Yes. And then Evelyn said, I'm going to do that anyways. You read my mind. And then Jovanka.
Hey, Jovanka.
I haven't heard from you in a bit. Well, I don't know. Maybe you have been talking to him. But hey, how about Aries North Node? I think you might have hit that and what he just talked about in the 10th house in Libra, South Node, 4th house. Did y'all do Cancer rising already?
Yeah, I just did it all in the chart.
Willow and Streams said thank you.
You're welcome, Willow.
So yeah, we got it all. We're up to date.
Okay. All right. So you guys, really understand that for all you guys, and this is going to affect us all as a collective. But yes, Aries, Cancer, Libra, and Capricorn, especially to January 20th, 2024, because Pluto's still going to be in Capricorn, right? Bringing up the.
Awesome.
Oh, thank you so much. I appreciate that. It's really going to, the 4 pillars of the chart: 1st, 4th, 7th, and 10th. Relationship with self, relationship with mom and home and childhood rearing, relationship with others, marital partners, business partners, relationship with father, public image, career, work, legacy. For you cardinal signs, this is going to be a 5.5 month run where wherever that Pluto Capricorn is, it's going to still continue to dig up, right? What is it doing right now? You're going to see more Me Too. You're going to see, and with this summer of Venus retrograde to October, more Me Too, more relationships, and people seeing like, oh, this one lied, this one deceived, this one cheated, this one sexually assaulted, abused, this one, that one. This stuff is going to be happening. For the Pluto Capricorn, for the Capricorn risings, right, where I was talking about the 4th and 10th house access for you guys. Well, with the Pluto still there, there's going to be a lot of like rethinking and be like, you know what structures in my own life have I not really worked on? Right? What like, remember the first house is your physical body, your I am, how you show up and present yourself in the world, and maybe you got to change some things, and maybe in home and in public, right? Aries 4th house, maybe you're like, I do need to redesign my home. I need to also maybe change the structures. It's going to be a square, right? I need to initiate changes in my home that are going to be more aligned to my purpose, to my destiny, right? Libra South Node 10th house, you guys, that's square to the Pluto. Because let's be honest, you guys, I mean, whether you turned off the TV like me, or you get some stuff through social media or just searching on the internet. I don't, tend to read the news feed stuff that I get on the phone. Wifey, she'll read something and tell me or whatever. I like that whole submarine thing. I didn't follow it. Because you see, this is the thing I want you guys to understand. Once you turn off the television and once you've traveled abroad, you see this country and you see the truth, especially once you are awakened. And I've been, I hate the term now because it's been hijacked, but I've been woke for years. Go listen to my first album. You could tell. So, you know what I'm saying? Like, I've been aware of all this. I wasn't surprised about Me Too. I used to tell my friends about it back in the days because I worked in the industry, seen it with my own eyes. Now, nobody offered me things on the casting couch because I didn't put that energy out there. But it doesn't mean I wasn't aware of it and didn't see it. I knew about Kevin Spacey. I had heard stuff about Harvey Weinstein and different people, but I've seen these people in action. I know the game, acting, music, and I love it. But I've never been willing to sell my soul to be a part of, I mean, hey, I sold my little copies of my first 2 albums and I'm happy with it. Made some money, but I left a legacy of real hip hop and truth. Come on, you don't think all day long I could rhyme about materialistic and misogynistic lyrics and disrespecting women and talking about killing my fellow Black brothers? That is so low vibrational and such a weak mind. I'm part of the hip hop generation, NYC. I love hip hop. I'm going to spit bars when I'm 90 and still body kids. You guys see me on here or whatever, and I do my little thing or whatever. And, sometimes my freestyles are sick and sometimes they're okay. But like, I am a real MC. Used to like get at it and battle cats in the industry. You know what I'm saying? And I can put some of my best songs up to anybody's. I don't care who it is. So I'm not easily impressed by people. I'll tell you who I like and respect and this and that. But this is just lyrics in general. This is plays. This is screenplays, right? Up here, I can create a whole television network. I've got dramas, comedies, miniseries, spiritual sci-fis, futuristic. And I thank God, but, because not everybody is a creative person, but my creativity, my cup runneth over, it pours out. I can create anything just from the medulla oblongata. Okay. So, and like I said in one of my rhymes, I'm straight up humble, confident, and cocky. You got to know who you are and your skills. You know what I'm saying? And if people don't toot your horn, you toot your own damn horn. Don't wait for nobody else to pat you on the back. Give yourself that. Has some freaking corny ass friend ask me sometime, oh, why do you like your own post on Facebook? And I'm like, because if I put something up, I'm proud of it. And I know, especially if it's something I created, whether it's an astrology video or a song or whatever, I worked hard at it. Of course, I'm going to like it. Anybody else's like is extra. I answer to my Father in heaven and to God and to myself. You understand? And I'm a critical MF. I got a Virgo stellium in the 11th house. I'm tough on Eric Taylor. Do I make mistakes? Yeah, I'm not perfect. Nobody is. But that's the thing that I had to learn to do, to purge and release and detox the Virgo perfectionism. When I wrote my play, The First Supper, and I released it finally and got a director and a cast. And 6 men and 6 women that find themselves in a position to start the world all over again, right? And it's 2027. I wrote this in 98. They wake up in a house trapped in Arizona. I didn't move to Arizona till 2011. Never thought of my life I'd live in no freaking Arizona. I was down with Chuck D. By the time I get to Arizona, right? Now, I did come out here. I had a girlfriend who went to ASU. I came out here in 93, spring break, when I was at the University of Maryland. Never thought I'd live out here. Are you kidding me? But that's the play that I wrote in 98. And I finally released it. I went to a workshop class, and you know what they told me? And I'm only saying this, you guys, because it's not about me. It's about you, so you can understand and learn. Don't let other people tell you who you're not. Aries North Node, you say who you are. I am a hard worker. I am a good father. I am a good husband. I am a good astrologer. I am a good teacher. I am a good psychic. I am a good, whatever you do. You guys are amazing. A lot of you on here, I've seen your charts. Some of you new people, hit me up. I can't wait to work with you. But I know that you're amazing. The fact that you're even here tonight, God bless you. I know you're dope. But you got to know it for yourself. But I had to do that, and I had to stop questioning and doubting myself and just surrender and release it. And guess what? When I did, you know what happened? I set attendance records at this theater in 2000. Aries North Node, 2005. Duh! Oh my God, my head just exploded. I did it in 2005, you guys. Holy crap! Wow. See, you're seeing this live. I literally did not remember or know that at the time because I didn't know astrology like that back then. But that's when I did my play, The First Supper, 2005. The theater was Midtown Manhattan, Theater Studio Inc. It sat about 65 people, 2 nights. It was a new playwright series, and I set attendance records at the theater. One night, 73, the other night, 74 people. And they loved it, and they laughed, and it was dope. But I let go of the Virgo. We want to get
it produced.
Yeah, I want to try to get it to HBO or somewhere bigger because it could be. Yeah, it's a game changer. It's so deep.
It's really cool.
It's really cool. But I want
very futuristic. Yeah, but I guess it's right now. But it's futuristic.
Yeah, it's 2027.
Then it was like,
yeah, really.
Like, is this dude crazy? Yeah, is he smoking something?
That's what I told him. I wrote, and it was so crazy is that I wrote about Arizona. I told them, but so you guys, God. I want you guys to understand this for yourself.
You didn't tell me this before we married.
I didn't tell you before we got married. But this is what's so amazing, you guys. You be your own visionary. Take this fuel of this chart, this Aries North Node, and just be impulsive. Take some risks. If you play your life like your cards close to your heart, and you're like, no, I'm scared to do that. I don't do that. This is the time. Like, yeah, I'll do that. I'll eat mushrooms. Sure, right? Whatever it is. I'll try ayahuasca. Why not? Like, go for it. Do something new and different. What is Aries? Bold, brave, and courageous. Strap that on your backpack and on your battery pack and go attack it. Go get it. Be super dope, super bad. You watch that movie Superbad? It's really funny. So let's read the last couple comments and then we're going to get ready to go.
Okay.
But I love you guys. Knowledge is love, and that's why I share this with you guys. Because I want you to
really
love.
does.
I want you guys to love yourselves and know that you are amazing, for real, for real.
Absolutely. Okay, so Supernova, it's been a while.
Hey, Supernova!
She said, thank you, Supernova Meditation Project. She said, thank you so much.
Yeah.
We're a great team. Thank you, Supernova. I've been seeing that and wanting to answer you. Willow says, I really enjoy watching you, listening to your wife's insights, power couple.
Thank you.
Sharon, her Pluto is in Leo.
Oh, okay.
And Evelyn said, word.
Well,
Word,
Sharon, Pluto Leo generation, I got a bone to pick with you guys. I hope you are not like a lot of your generation, and I hope you're pouring back the knowledge, because Pluto Scorpio needs you. I've had to step up as Pluto Virgo and try to reach back to Pluto Scorpio, because they are the ones going to lead us the next 20 years at the start of Age of Aquarius. And we've got to get them healed because they're so powerful. Pluto Scorpio, they understand money, power, and sex, and they understand their traumas because they went through so many, but they're not doing the work to heal them. Pluto Leo, from your heart chakra, you've got to help guide them. I'm trying to do my part as Pluto Virgo, but Pluto Leo, you got to reach back and help these millennials, 83 to 95, Pluto Scorpio, so that they can vibrate on their highest vibration to move us forward for the next 20 years to 2044. Okay? So I hope you're doing your part, because Pluto Leo, you guys are powerful. Powerful. But it's all got to be from the heart chakra, love. Okay? So I just wanted to share that with you.
She says she loves you.
Oh, thank you.
And we've gotten kisses blown to us. Thank you, Miss Evelyn.
This was so fun, you guys.
Willow in the Street says it'd be a great time. It would be a great time to produce that movie. Absolutely. We need to see it done. Like honestly, this man is so talented, and like
I told him I got a whole network up here.
He really does. And anyways, he's just got some cool stuff going on and whatever. Anyways, I was reading that for Aries Node is to do it and to keep it simple.
Yes, because so Aries
and for Libra South Node is to get rid of.
Well, yes, because the South Node cuts and separates and divides. But remember, the dragon's tail, it's also past life energy. And
this is Javanka, by the way.
Okay, Javanka, it's skills and gifts, but it is about surrender and releasing. But it's in the lens of business, partnerships, relationships, what no longer serves you, right? So for you, right, Cancer rising, Libra, 5th house, okay? So, I'm sorry, Libra 4th house. So what doesn't serve you in the home, but also whether it's mom or psychologically from childhood, release and purge and detox any of those childhood wounds, Javanka, right? And Aries North Node, go get it.
And she has
said, those paintings, Javanka, we talked about it. You are gifted. Get those paintings out. Let people see them. You know what I mean? Share your gifts to the world, right? That Gemini, 12th house, those hidden talents. Mira, escribe. You're a great artist.
So, First, Javanka gave a book recommendation, Ruby Heart. Check out Ruby Heart of the Dragon by Mark Borax.
Okay, thank you, Javanka.
Has really different stories on signs and nodes. And I don't know why, but as you were saying about her getting her paintings out there and stuff, I started doing this. I might have printed it. I started doing this kind of healing thing where you walk yourself through and you break the old energy of fear and turning fear into rocket fuel is what this thing was talking about, and taking that fear and really saying like, well, what's the worst thing that could happen? And if this does happen, what will really happen to me? When I have it, I'll read it and share it with all of you guys, but it's been really amazing. And I did some deep work last night with 777, trying to let go of just different fears of even me putting myself out there with my line, because sometimes it's very hard to put something that you put so much effort into because you feel judged. It's almost like your baby. So when he said about the paintings, it made me think that maybe And I don't know, I might be totally off, but maybe you're not letting them out there because you're afraid of them being judged and get past
No,
it.
I think Javonka's just so busy. She's doing so much stuff, but
Oh,
she's gotta get them out there. She's gifted, right, my friend? But so listen, before I go, please, 2 weeks from today, Astrological Coffee Talk. I don't know why I do this every time, right? Coffee Talk. It's like a phone, but it's almost like a mug. I know I'm weird, but I like to have fun. But Astrological Coffee Talk with Eric, Saturday, July 22nd, 1 p.m. Eastern, 10 a.m. Pacific over Zoom, 2 hours, $20. It's going to be a stone groove, baby. Is Mama missed here? I know she was snapping on me for saying the stone groove, but listen, I always got to go back to Eddie Murphy with the prison, right? Eddie Murphy, stone groove, baby. But it's a lot of fun, and I'm going to teach a lesson on how to read a birth chart, but then we're going to read two, not just one, two. I'm going to do that for July and August, maybe even September too. We'll see. 2 Coffee Talk members' birth charts, because it's so much fun. Everyone loves it. And you guys can volunteer your charts for August. I already have 2 for July. But please reach out, email me, tailoredtoyoucoaching@gmail.com. And my new website's almost finished, you guys. It's going to look so fun. I can't wait for you guys to read my Pluto blog. I finished my Pluto blog. I went in. It's so deep, from Cancer to Aquarius. So when the new website, gets going, and you guys can email me if you want to get on my newsletter. I'm setting up. I got my MailChimp set up, so I'll be starting my newsletter. And I'm not going to bombard you, because I don't like to get those crazy emails all the time. I literally, the most I may do is twice a month. The most 3 if it's a special announcement, but it won't be like selling you stuff. I might just be dropping jewels on you, giving you astrology insights and sharing, videos or upcoming guests, and obviously the once a month Coffee Talk email. So please, and you can just email me right now, tailoredtoyoucoaching@gmail.com, but soon Big E Astrology will be rocking, and I'll either have Eric at bigeastrology.com, but I'll also be activating my Big E Astrology at gmail.com. So just, going through this time of transition. So I thank you. I love you guys. This was fun. Wednesday, the Christed Bride, Marie Lucinda. Okay. We're rocking 8 p.m. Eastern, 5 p.m. Pacific, Wednesday,
this is going to be a really good
July
one,
12th.
guys.
She does
very fascinating.
A lot of work with healing traumas, doing a lot of even with fragrances, and she's got this whole spiritual workbook and a video series with all these episodes. I've seen the chart. She's an OG with the healing energy of that Pluto Uranus conjunction, okay, in the 12th house with the moon. She's something else. So it's going to be a lot of fun. So be here Wednesday night. And then we're Wednesday night, 8 p.m. Eastern, and then either Friday or Saturday. I told you guys early, I'm going to revisit the chart of Marilyn Monroe and take the live questions and then kind of take it from the birth chart reading I did of her, and then even take things a little bit deeper and further. And I think it'll just be fun to, like, after I do some of these celebrity chart readings, to talk about it live and get even that interactive thing with you guys and more questions and answers and insights. And you guys can give me information. I'm not an expert on Marilyn Monroe by any means, but, I stayed at the Holiday Inn last night and I did her birth chart. But she spoke to me from the grave. And, like I said, I really think she had a very deep spiritual connection with RFK. More so than with JFK. Okay. So stay tuned for that. I think I'll probably come on next Friday, maybe Saturday. I'll see, because I might like to let the other live breathe a little bit. But either way, knowledge is love. All right. So that's it. I hope you guys are doing great. Get ready. We got this Aries moon. Came in today, Monday, Tuesday. So emotionally, don't get into arguments and fights. Don't be overly impulsive. Use that Aries moon as like more of a helpful leadership, maybe fuel for you to emotionally be direct and try something new. Like, no, Mom, I don't like it when you always correct me when I'm talking, right? No, kids, you can't do XYZ. We'll buy you school clothes when the fall comes, or but emotionally, like being direct, but initiating even tough conversations. The Aries moon does not have to be negative. Now, it can get into arguments and fights. It can be impulsive, but it can just be emotionally direct. So think of that for the next, day and a half, 2 days. Okay, 2 days. All right, and track the moon in your chart. I have a great service too. It's $130, moon tracking. So, and what we do is, live over Zoom, 60 minutes. We go through the entire chart, and you get videos of all the houses and all the moon signs. But in the session, you get a recording and videos of all your placements. But I break down how the moon interacts with every sign and house in your personal chart. So then that way, you know how to track it every 60 hours, 2.5 days, and know how you can expect to feel. And then you can journal it. It's really dope. It's a new service. I'm really proud of it. So if you're interested, hit me up with that one. Okay. The moon tracking, 130, do it dirty. All right.
Good night.
So they switched it? I think is it up there? Yeah. All right, you guys. Episode 147. Knowledge is love. Peace. Aries North Node.
Good night. Bye.